Christy on Troy's Inkscape page was wanting to know how to take an array of circles like this and change it into a scale pattern like for a mermaid tail. So I have done that. Now to make this array of circles, I actually used a tool under Edit, Clone, Create Tile Clones. That's a bit complicated to go through for this video, so I'll probably try to make another one if I can figure out my video issues. So at this point, I'm just going to show how to take this array of circles and change that into a scale pattern. Now, these were made by using circles. So if I double click on it, you can see that that is it's a circle. And when I change this over, it's going to be a stroke, not a path. So that's important to remember for later. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to click and drag to select that first layer, that first row of circles, and I'm going to change its color. That's not essential for what we're doing, but it's going to make it easier to follow along. The essential part is to union it, so I'm going to go to Path Union. So now that top row of circles is one object. And I'm going to do the same thing for the next row. Click and drag to select that row and change its color, and then Path Union. And then I'll do the same thing for the next row. Path Union. And then finally the bottom row. Path Union. Okay, so now we're just going to use difference to subtract parts of one row out from the other row. The way difference works is the object that's on top does the subtracting. So I want to take this red row and bring it to the top. So I'll select it and go to Object, Raise to Top. And then what I'll do is I'll hold down the Shift key and select the yellow row of circles, and then I'll go to Path Difference. Now you can see when Inkscape does difference, it gets rid of the thing that was on top and only leaves the thing that was differenced on the bottom. If I drag it out, you can see that where it subtracted out the red circles from the yellow ones. So now we're going to do the same thing, but because Inkscape gets rid of the top one, we need to make a duplicate. So I'm going to press Control D on the keyboard to make a duplicate. You can see there's another yellow still underneath the green. It puts the duplicate on top. So if I have that one selected and then select the green underneath and do Path Difference again, you can see that it subtracted the the yellow out from the green. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. Control D to duplicate, hold down Shift to select that one, and do Path Difference. Alright, so now all I want to do is select everything and change its fill color to transparent by clicking on the little X down here in the color palette. Alright, now they're all transparent. But if you remember, I showed you their strokes at this point. We want to change that stroke to a path. So I go to Path, Stroke to Path. And now if I zoom in and double click, you can see that it is actually a path because it's got nodes on each side rather than just a single line of nodes going down through the middle. At this point, we can union these together, Path Union. Now it is all one object. To make it bigger, all I have to do is duplicate, and then if I hold down the Shift key and press the down arrow, that's going to move my duplicate down, straight down. And if I lift off of the Shift key and just press the down arrow, it moves it down in smaller increments, so I can get it lined up just right. And then I can do the same, select everything, duplicate, hold down the Shift key and press the down arrow to move it in larger increments. Lift off the Shift key and move it down with the arrow key in smaller increments. And I could keep doing that until I get the pattern the size I need it to be. Then I can just select everything again and go to Path Union to get it all together as one object. And so that would be ready to go to use as your pattern fill for a mermaid tail. So I hope that helped you. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck in saving this. This is like the 4th time.